Saudi Arabia, the land of vast deserts and ancient traditions and immense oil reserves, stands at a critical juncture in its history. For decades, the kingdom has enjoyed unparalleled wealth and influence, fueled by its dominance in the global oil market. The glittering skyscrapers and modern infrastructure are testaments to this prosperity. But the world is changing rapidly, and Saudi Arabia faces a stark choice: adapt or risk its future. The crossroads it stands at is not just economic, but also social and political. The challenges are immense. Declining oil revenues, a rapidly evolving global energy landscape, and regional instability threaten the kingdom's economic and political stability. The traditional reliance on oil is no longer a viable long-term strategy. The House of Saud, the ruling family of Saudi Arabia, understands that the old ways of doing business are no longer sustainable. They are aware that innovation and reform are essential. The kingdom's future hinges on its ability to navigate these treacherous waters. It must steer through economic reforms and social changes to ensure stability and growth. It must find ways to diversify its economy, reduce its dependence on oil, and adapt to a world increasingly moving away from fossil fuels. Investments in renewable energy and technology are crucial. The stakes could not be higher. The fate of Saudi Arabia, a pivotal player in the Middle East and beyond, hangs in the balance. Its decisions today will shape the region's future for generations to come. Saudi Arabia's economy is heavily reliant on oil. Oil exports account for a significant portion of the kingdom's GDP and government revenue. This dependence on a single commodity makes Saudi Arabia vulnerable to fluctuations in oil prices. The recent decline in oil prices has highlighted the fragility of the Saudi economy. Regional instability adds another layer of complexity. Conflicts in Yemen, Syria, and Iraq have created a volatile security environment. Tensions with Iran, a regional rival, further exacerbate the situation. These conflicts drain resources and pose a constant threat to Saudi Arabia's stability. The combination of economic dependence and regional instability presents a significant challenge for Saudi Arabia. The kingdom must find a way to break its reliance on oil and secure its borders in an increasingly turbulent region. In response to these challenges, Saudi Arabia has embarked on an ambitious reform agenda known as Vision 2030. Launched in 2016 by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Vision 2030 aims to transform the kingdom's economy and society. At the heart of Vision 2030 is the goal of economic diversification. The plan seeks to reduce Saudi Arabia's dependence on oil by developing non-oil sectors such as tourism, technology, and renewable energy. This will require significant investments in infrastructure, education, and innovation. Vision 2030 also includes social reforms aimed at modernizing Saudi society. These reforms include increasing women's participation in the workforce, promoting entertainment and leisure activities, and opening up the kingdom to foreign investment and tourism. Saudi Arabia is making significant investments in various sectors to diversify its economy. One key area of focus is tourism. The kingdom is developing mega-projects such as Neom, a futuristic city on the Red Sea coast, and the Qiddiya Entertainment City near Riyadh. Another area of investment is technology. Saudi Arabia aims to become a regional hub for technology and innovation. The kingdom is investing in startups, research and development, and digital infrastructure. The goal is to create a knowledge-based economy that can compete globally. Renewable energy is another crucial aspect of Saudi Arabia's diversification efforts. The kingdom has abundant solar energy potential and is investing in large-scale solar power plants. The goal is to reduce reliance on fossil fuels and transition to a more sustainable energy mix. Section 5. The House of Saud navigating a shifting landscape. The House of Saud, the ruling family of Saudi Arabia, faces the daunting task of steering the kingdom through these turbulent times. The Al Saud have ruled Saudi Arabia for nearly a century, maintaining a firm grip on power. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the kingdom's de facto ruler, has emerged as a controversial but transformative figure. He is seen as the driving force behind Vision 2030 and other reforms. However, his aggressive foreign policy and crackdown on dissent have drawn international criticism. The House of Saud must balance the need for reform with the imperative of maintaining stability. They must navigate the complex web of tribal allegiances, religious sensitivities, and economic interests that shape Saudi society. Section 6, Regional Power Play, Saudi Arabia's Balancing Act. Saudi Arabia is a major player in the Middle East, wielding significant political and economic influence. The kingdom has long been a key ally of the United States and a counterweight to Iranian influence in the region. The rivalry between Saudi Arabia and Iran is a defining feature of Middle Eastern geopolitics. The two countries are engaged in a Cold War, vying for influence in countries like Yemen, Syria, and Lebanon. This rivalry has fueled regional conflicts and instability. Saudi Arabia is also a leading member of the Gulf Cooperation Council, a regional bloc of Arab Gulf states. The GCC plays a vital role in regional security and economic cooperation. Section 7, a delicate dance, diplomacy and defense. Saudi Arabia pursues a multifaceted foreign policy that combines diplomacy, defense, and economic leverage. The kingdom maintains close ties with Western powers, particularly the United States, which provides security guarantees and military support. Saudi Arabia has a large and well-equipped military, which it uses to project power in the region. The kingdom is involved in the conflict in Yemen, where it leads a coalition fighting against Iranian-backed Houthi rebels. This intervention has drawn international criticism for civilian casualties. Saudi Arabia also uses its economic clout to advance its foreign policy goals. The kingdom is a major aid donor to developing countries, particularly in the Muslim world. This aid is often seen as a way to buy influence and promote Saudi interests. Section 8. The global stage: oil, influence and alliances. Saudi Arabia plays a crucial role in the global energy market, holding a position of immense power and responsibility. As the world's largest oil exporter, it supplies a significant portion of the world's energy needs. The kingdom's production decisions have a significant impact on global oil prices, affecting economies worldwide. Saudi Arabia's membership in OPEC, a cartel of oil-producing nations, further amplifies its influence. This membership gives it leverage in influencing global oil supply and maintaining market stability. Beyond oil, Saudi Arabia is seeking to expand its global influence in various sectors. The kingdom is investing heavily in infrastructure projects, such as ports and railways, to enhance trade routes. These projects are strategically located in countries along the ancient Silk Road and are part of China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, which aims to connect Asia, Europe and Africa through extensive trade and infrastructure networks. Saudi Arabia is also strengthening ties with other global powers, such as Russia and India, to build a more diversified network of alliances. These partnerships reflect the kingdom's desire to diversify its alliances and economic partnerships, thereby reducing its dependence on the West and ensuring a more balanced global presence. Section 9. The stakes are high: success or collapse. The stakes for Saudi Arabia are incredibly high and cannot be overstated. The kingdom's ability to successfully implement its ambitious reform agenda will determine its future trajectory and overall stability. Success would mean a more diversified and resilient economy, a modernized society, and enhanced global standing in the world. However, failure to adapt to the changing global landscape could have dire and far-reaching consequences. Continued dependence on oil, coupled with regional instability and social unrest, could lead to economic decline, political turmoil, and even collapse. The world is watching closely as Saudi Arabia embarks on this uncertain and challenging journey. The kingdom's success or failure will have profound implications for the Middle East, the global energy market, and international relations. Section 10. Charting the future: uncertainty and opportunity. The future of Saudi Arabia is filled with both uncertainty and opportunity. As the kingdom stands at a crossroads, the decisions made today will have far-reaching consequences. The challenges are daunting, but the kingdom has the resources, ambition, and leadership to navigate these turbulent times. With a clear vision and strategic planning, Saudi Arabia can turn these challenges into opportunities for growth and development. The world is changing rapidly, and Saudi Arabia must change with it. Embracing innovation and adapting to new global trends will be crucial for the kingdom's success, the success of vision. 2030 and other reforms will depend on a multitude of factors, including the global economic climate, regional stability, and the unwavering commitment of the Saudi leadership. Collaboration with international partners will also play a vital role. The road ahead will be long and arduous, but the potential rewards are significant. With perseverance and dedication, Saudi Arabia can achieve its ambitious goals. The world has a stake in Saudi Arabia's success. A thriving Saudi economy can contribute to global stability and prosperity. A stable, prosperous, and reformed Saudi Arabia would be a force for good in the region and beyond. It could lead to greater regional cooperation and peace. The international community should support the kingdom's reform efforts while holding it accountable for its human rights record and foreign policy actions. Constructive engagement can help ensure a balanced approach. The future of Saudi Arabia is yet to be written, but the choices made today will shape the kingdom's destiny for generations to come. The youth of Saudi Arabia, with their energy and innovation, will be the driving force behind this transformation.